What's up, everybody? I want a podcast now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about a new Jurassic World potential game. We have a trademark. I want to talk about what has happened, what this game could be, and maybe even my concerns on it. Now, there's been several attempts at making Jurassic World games, and the most recent was Jurassic World Evolution, which I thought was a really, really good game. I bought it for my now wife, and we both played it together. I've had a lot of fun with that game. I love those kind of like builder games, like Zoo Tycoon kind of stuff. And obviously this with dinosaurs, but I thought it was a really, really good game, just in general. Now, there was a canceled Jurassic World game, or Jurassic, I mean, whatever, words you want to use here, but there was a canceled game called Jurassic World Survivor, which was actually supposed to be an open world survival game set on an island from the movies. And now there was a new trademark for a game called Jurassic World Aftermath. And the speculation is that this game, Aftermath, is kind of like the newer version, like the brought back to life of the canceled game Jurassic World Survivor. However, we don't know that yet. So I would say there's pros and cons here. I actually have a major worry. And at the same time, I'm kind of optimistic about it. I try to be as optimistic as I can on the channel. So here's the deal. Well, firstly, maybe you should know this about me. I'm not the biggest Jurassic Park, Jurassic World person in the world. I'm just flat out not. I've seen all of them, but I'm not just really all that into them, almost at all. But I'll tolerate them. The games, that's different. Gaming, I'm actually open for really any kind of game that you want to make. And like I said, Jurassic World Evolution, loved it. It's a different kind of game. Is it really like, yeah, and I think it does take what the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies are and puts them in a kind of like a Zoo Tycoon kind of game. I think it did it rather well. But again, like, it's not fully in that Jurassic World feel. I'll tell you this though. I would sign up for a game that's like an open world, like how they describe it, an open world survival game in the Jurassic World universe. I would sign up for that. I think that would be a really, it's maybe how I think other people that, we talk about Harry Potter, the Harry Potter open world RPG game that's, as of yet unannounced, right? But I think it will be announced very, very soon. And some of the people that aren't even Harry Potter fans, right? People that don't even like Harry Potter, they can still see what the potential is for a game like that, right? Because the potential is absolutely massive. And if you're a fan, then you can see that, and maybe you're going to be into it more. But even if you're not a fan, you could definitely see, as long as you're not like biased, you could see how big that could be. I think honestly it's the same thing here for Jurassic World. Well, I'm not the biggest fan, and again, I've seen the movies. I'll see the last movie, Dominion, next year. Even though I'm not a big fan, I can see how big of a potential this could be, right? Of how much potential an open world dinosaur game could be. I think that would be an absolutely amazing thing. So that's what I'm rooting for. That's what I'm hoping for. And again, if that happens, I would cover it. I would play it. I would buy it. I'd be all over it. I really, really would. Here's the thing though. While the speculation thinks that it is for the canceled game, and I guess there is stuff to go off of for that, right? Because we know that game was canceled and we know what the game was supposed to be. I guess we can hope and I guess like theoretically think like that is the path that maybe they would still want to go more towards an actual game, again, like a Harry Potter open world RPG where it's taking references from the movies and all this kind of stuff and using the Wizarding universe, telling its own story, but it's not like a movie tie-in game. And that's the point I really want to nail and make sure you guys walk away from after this video is over. That is what I absolutely don't want. For some reason we're in an era again. We exited it, and for some reason it was brought back to us in just the worst possible way of these movie tie-in games. I'm the biggest fan. Okay, I don't think you can find a bigger fan. I think you probably could. But Fast and Furious, I love Fast and Furious, and we obviously remember the Game Awards this past December when they announced Fast and Furious Crossroads, and it looked like a PS2 era game. It looks absolutely god awful. Now, will I play it? Will I feel the urge to do it? Maybe, probably. But the game looks absolutely awful, and it's very clearly that a movie tie-in game. And by the way, I'm not criticizing any of the people making any of these games. They were probably given 9 months. They probably have never made a game like this before. And like I said, they were probably given less than a year, and then it's just like, make this game, and they make it. But over the last couple years, we've gotten a Jumanji tie-in game that's just atrocious. We've gotten a Zombieland one, again, absolutely atrocious. Like, what Why? What's going on? Why are we back in this era where we're getting all these movie tie-in games and they're all disturbingly awful? Now, for every bad one, again, there has been good ones. If this Harry Potter one, gets announced, I think no matter what, it'll be better than these movie tie-in ones, right? Even the Harry Potter games have had movie tie-in games before, and they're always the weakest ones. But this Harry Potter one, it could be phenomenal. Why? It's not a movie tie-in game. We saw World War Z. That game was actually very, very solid. I don't absolutely love it. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's like the best game in the world, but that game's very solid, and again, based off the property of World War Z. So there's examples of ones that spiritually take from what they, are kind of like based off of and do it the right way. And then there's these movie tie-in games that we used to have, oh my God, like 10, 15 years ago, everything used to have that, right? And now we've moved away from it. I would say for the last like 6, 7, 8 years, we've really taken a lot of steps because people just flat out like boycotted and said, we're not doing it. And then all of a sudden, here it is, it's just back, right? So it's disturbing. It's disturbing that we're back in this time. So basically what that whole long story was saying is I don't want this to be one of those examples. I truly, truly hope this is not an example. And isn't Jurassic World also owned by Universal, which is the same as Fast and Furious? So if they did the Fast and Furious Crossroads thing, that game, I really hope that's not what they're planning for this one. Now, again, a thing that you could look at is, all right, well, again, look at the history of these Jurassic Park / World games. Is this canceled game seemed to have been its own unique thing, right? It was going to be its own unique thing. The game we actually, fully got in Evolution was its own unique thing. Now, it did have a story. It did have even actors and actresses from the movie, from the franchise in it. So, like, they used it, and they also, again, did their own thing and made it their own. Obviously, I think, again, having it be like that Zoo Tycoon kind of feel game that helped it be so different. Like, they had to not have, you can't have a movie tie-in Zoo Tycoon game, right? You just absolutely can't. But giving credit to them for what they actually did, the last two examples we can point to was them going in their own direction. So I get it. I'm very like Jekyll and Hyde in this video. I just don't, because again, I'm not even the biggest fan in the first place, but again, I will sign up for a game that wants to take it and live on its own, okay? I think it has the biggest potential by doing something like that, because again, the possibilities of what could be done with a game like this is massive. Now, is it as massive as Harry Potter? I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen either of them, right? But the potential is massive if it's done right. But if it's a movie tie-in game, it's such a small thing. It will be a small thing. It'll appear. It'll be garbage. It'll come out. It'll sell more than it probably should. It'll also be garbage, and then we'll probably get another one at some point in the future as well, right? So like that's just it sucks because I'm not the biggest fan, but I do want it done right, and I think the potential is there. So I would much rather them go, okay, let's do a brand new game. Let's have it this open world survival game, with dinosaurs. And that, again, that is just such a, I love dinosaurs. Like, who doesn't love dinosaurs, right? It's such a cool concept. It's such a cool idea. Let's do that. Let's not have it be. And again, another one of the things that scares me is the fact that it's happening now. The trademark happened now. We're not going to get this game, I would assume, for like another year. Is it going to come out right around the same time as the actual movie? Because if it does, again, look back, this Fast and Furious game was supposed to come out around the exact same time as the movie. Now, the movie got delayed. The games has said that it's like uncertain what happens. But Jumanji and Zombieland, those both came out around the exact same time the movies came out as well. So I don't love the idea of a game coming out around even in the same like month as the movie. It does lean it more towards it's a movie tie-in game, because that's literally like the strategy that they implement. So that part worries me. Hopefully that the trademark happens, but we get the announcement. Maybe it comes out like 6 months before or after the movie. That's so maybe the movie gets delayed too because of what's been going on. Right, they can't film it, so it has to get pushed a little bit. We'll have to see, but hopefully this trademark for this Aftermath game is going to be a positive. It's going to be something that can really fulfill the potential of a Jurassic World video game and not just a very cheap movie tie-in game just for them to get money off of people. Right. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think it is? Do you think which side do you fall on? Do you think it's a brand new game that's going to be fully realized, or do you think it's a movie tie-in game? Let me know in the comments below. And if anything does happen with this, if there is an announcement, as we get closer to all that kind of stuff, we'll definitely be covering it on this channel as well. So if you guys found this video interesting or anything like that, we'll definitely cover it if anything, an announcement happens on this game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. up. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all on the next video.